Good morning. I'm Chaplain John Rollison with the Homestead Air Reserve Base Chapel, and thank you for joining us for day 12 of our Advent devotional series. The devotional reading is from Crew Ministry, and today's reading starts with the Gospel of Luke, chapter 9, verse 24. For whoever wants to save their life will lose it, but whoever loses their life for me will save it. And now from the Gospel of John, chapter 20, verse 29. Then Jesus told him, Because you have seen me, you have believed. Blessed are those who have not seen and yet have believed. I would encourage you sometime today to read all of chapter 9 from the Gospel of Luke, and if you continue to read one chapter every day up through Christmas Eve, you'll have read the entire Gospel of Luke before Christmas Day. Now from our devotional reading, we know that everything costs something. Friendships cost time, education costs money and a lot of effort. Children demand everything: money, time, emotional energy, sleep, and again, a whole lot of effort. So why do we stretch ourselves? We sacrifice because we believe the reward is worth the cost. Friendships give meaning to your life and help us understand ourselves. Education can bring financial stability as well as fulfilling work. Children reward us too. They bring us pleasure throughout our lives. We sacrifice because we recognize the reward is worth the sacrifice. But why would you risk your life for Jesus? Why jeopardize your personal priorities and dreams to take up your cross, as we read in Scripture, and lose our lives, as we read in Scripture as well? That comes with following Christ. We risk because we're convinced that the reward is worth the effort and the cost. Jesus spoke about both the cost and the reward when he said, Whoever loses their life for me will save it. So we have to ask, what do we lose and what do we gain from following Jesus? Well, Jesus predicted, he knew, and he let us know in the Bible that one area of loss could involve our reputation. As we follow Jesus, we will likely suffer rejection from some of those that we love. But the reward is simply astonishing. The Apostle Paul echoes the prophet Isaiah when he said, No eye has seen, no ear has heard, and no mind has imagined what God has prepared for those who love him. And that's in 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 9 from the New Living Translation. Peter and John and James caught a glimpse of Jesus' future glorious kingdom when he revealed his splendor before their very eyes. His face was changed and his clothing became as bright as a flash of lightning, according to Luke 9, verse 29. For a moment, Jesus followed them to see beyond normal human perception to what no eye has seen, his glory. Are there clues that point to this unimaginable reward that Christians have waiting for us? Perhaps we need only to look at how Jesus served others during his earthly ministry to get a sense of what he offers. He fed those who had no means of feeding themselves. He healed people of the diseases and demon possession. He welcomed children who had no power or influence. He sought out the lowly, forgotten, and despised, and he always judged fairly. And he taught that his earthly ministry was just a foretaste of the ultimate restoration that he came to set into motion. In the Gospel of John chapter 20, verse 29, Jesus promised that those who have not seen him and yet believe will be blessed. And trusting that God always delivers on his promises, can we safely say that he is worth our life? Well, I hope this brought hope and encouragement to you this morning. Until tomorrow, I'm Chaplain John Rollison with the Homestead Air Reserve Base Chapel.